When did you realize your parent wasn't who you thought they were? Growing up it was just my mom and I, and we were like best friends. On school nights, we'd make stovetop popcorn and rate reality show contestants like judges. When I had a cold, she'd hum old Stevie Nicks songs while rubbing Vapo Rub on my chest. At the end of every breakup, she'd bring home a grocery store cake, light one single candle, and tell me to make a wish for something better. She always smelled like lavender, and her hugs felt like a pause from everything bad. After she passed, I stayed in her closet for hours. I'd press my face into her coats like I could still catch a breath of her. That's where I found the locked black box. It was wedged behind a broken umbrella and a shoebox of tangled Christmas lights. I didn't even hesitate. Just grabbed a screwdriver and popped it open. Inside were letters, neatly stacked, yellowed at the edges, all from a man named Marcus. The first one had a postmark from the year I turned 5. She's still not letting me see her, it said. I dreamt she had a freckle on her left cheek. Does she? I read all of them. They came year after year. Please for pictures. Descriptions of toys he bought but couldn't give me. Mentions of court dates, threats from her lawyers. One line stuck. She told me if I show up again, she'll have me arrested. So I stayed away. But it's killing me. I always thought he just left. That was the story. Her voice never shook when she said it. She'd look me dead in the eye and say, he didn't want us. I sent a letter to the return address on the newest envelope. 2 weeks later, we met at a cafe off the highway. He was waiting when I walked in, sitting at a corner table with his hands wrapped around a chipped mug. He stood up fast when he saw me, then sat down just as quick, like he didn't trust his legs. Hey, I said. He nodded and smiled, but his eyes kept dropping to the table. His fingers kept twitching, like he didn't know what to do with them. The conversation was clumsy. I said too much at once. He barely finished any sentence. We both kept apologizing for interrupting each other. The silence between words felt heavier than the words themselves. The second time, he brought a binder. Inside were photos. One of him holding a newborn. Another of a toddler at the beach. Me. My curls were wet, and I was grinning at someone behind the camera. I wasn't supposed to be there, he said, pointing at the photo. But I could not go. We started meeting at a park near his house. Some days we walked. Some days we just sat and watched squirrels run across the grass. He always had snacks. One time he handed me a Capri Sun and said, your favorite used to be the wild cherry. I used to sneak them into your mom's grocery cart. I started calling him on Thursdays after work. He'd ask about my boss, my neighbor's annoying dog, the painting I'd been stuck on. He never gave advice unless I asked. Never pried. Once, we were planting tomatoes in his backyard. Dirt under our nails, sun on our necks, music playing low from the kitchen. I looked over and he had this peaceful, quiet smile. I missed this, he said. You never had it, I said. I know, he replied. Still missed it. My mom never gave him a chance. She slammed every door, cut every thread. I don't know why. Maybe she hated him more than she loved me. But I have him now. And somehow, that's enough.